Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating a spread in my mini traveler's notebook journal. Last time I did the last page of this little insert, but this time I'm doing one of the spreads that I had already done when I recorded the other videos, so I'm a little bit late with this one. But I thought it would be perfect because it's a Christmas themed page, and as it's the first Advent, it's maybe a good idea to share this today. I have used mixed media paper to make this insert, and I am starting by applying distress ink. I believe it must be peacock feathers if I am not wrong, and I'm using a makeup brush that I found on Amazon to apply the ink. I prefer these brushes over the ink blending tools. I want to create a night scene with some houses, and therefore I'm going in, I believe it's the chipped sapphire color, and I want to create kind of a dark blue night sky. Of course, I have no primer on my page because distress inks don't work with a primer. Any gesso will resist the ink and it will not look very good. And this must be black soot. I tried to get a ombre effect from the top to the bottom. I'm flicking water droplets onto my background. The distress inks will react with the water and create some nice effects. I decided to also sprinkle on some more tinier dots to get more variation. When the background is dry, I add in some more texture by using a star stamp. I believe this must be from my Celestial stamp set. And talking about stamps, a quick reminder, today and tomorrow is the last chance to use our Black Friday sale. You will get 15% off your whole order using the code BLACK. There are all the details mentioned in the video description. I'm using the same inks for stamping that I've used for my background. This technique is the same that I've used to create some Christmas cards, and I've posted those over on my Instagram. So if you are a card maker, you can of course use the same techniques to create some beautiful Christmas cards. I'm creating a bottom where I want to place my houses on, and therefore I'm using just some old book paper and I adhere it with a glue stick. I have already prepared the houses. They are stamped to watercolor paper and also colored in with watercolor pencils. I believe I made a video where I show the process, the coloring process. I will try to link that up in the upper right corner. And I believe I only adhere one house to this spread and also a Christmas tree. I now stamp a border around my whole spread using Versamark ink, and what I have done is I have made sure that the background is completely dry because I want to go in with some embossing powder, and if you don't wait for the distress inks to dry, they will pick up that powder and everything will be covered in white. I believe some of the stars were still wet, but I don't mind that because I just want to create some texture around the spread with the embossing powder. After I have heat set the powder, I'm adhering my house and the other elements. I also used one of the textured Christmas trees, and I stamped all the elements to watercolor paper and colored them in with watercolor pencils. I'm using glossy accents to glue these elements down because the watercolor paper is very thick and it's harder to adhere it with the glue stick. I'm using some white heavy gesso. It means it's very opaque and create kind of a snowy ground for the scene. To finish the spread up, I'm adding some snowflakes using a white gel pen. That's what I don't like so much about the distress inks. They bleed into everything wet, so it's very hard to get a really white opaque coverage. The only thing that works good is embossing powder. With all other wet mediums, the inks start bleeding in at least a little bit. Finally, I decided to stamp a Christmas sentiment to the bottom of this spread. And that's my finished spread for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope we will see us next time. Have a nice Sunday. Bye.